the channel. My name is Sarah and today is my week in review for the almost last week of February. This is going to be a short one. I haven't got much read this week. I have been chipping away at one big book and I just really haven't had a lot of time to read. I have read a few little things, and some of these, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember if I talked about in my last video, so I may touch on them briefly, just to make sure. The first set of books that I'm not sure that I've talked about are the first three Desmond Cole Ghost Patrol books. These are by Andre Mendoza, I think was his name. That's how it's written down in my journal. And they're just really fun. They are like young middle grade children's books, mostly pictures on page, but it's the story of a young boy who moves in next door to Desmond Cole, who is a member of the Ghost Patrol. And by member, he runs it because he's the only one. And he does, like, he helps out the townsfolk in this. I think the town was called Currency. It's just real haunted there, and everything is real ghosty, and he's like the go-to kid that they go to for help. And it's about our main character getting involved in that, becoming an honorary member almost of the Ghost Patrol. And I really enjoyed these. They did things at the end that I didn't expect each time. Like, the ghosts they weren't necessarily bad. They might have done misunderstood or bad adjacent things, but in the end you find out why, and the ghosts are kind of treated as friends in the end. I don't know. It was very charming, and I really enjoyed it. I'll probably keep reading in that little series. I got them from the library. They already took them back, but like super fun little kids books. Definitely ones that I'll be reading with my daughter when she gets old enough to, I think. The next one that I read that I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about anymore because I do believe I just read it all yesterday was Betty Before X, and I did not write the author's name down, but it was a collaboration between a fairly well-known YA author and oh my gosh, my brain just went shapoof. Hold on. Okay, it's Renee Watson and I'm gonna say this wrong. I'm very sorry. I just had to look it up. Ilyasa Shabazz, which is Malcolm X and the Betty of this book's daughter. This is the story of the woman who marries Malcolm X. It's a fiction middle grade story that basically kind of reconstructs her childhood and what it was like for her in her like very early teen years, like preteen young girl years. I think she starts when she's maybe 7 or 8, and you grow up a little bit with her and the struggles that she had with her mom, kind of giving you the idea of where she got her like protective spirit, because she was very protective and loving. She was a fantastic mother from all accounts, and it was just so well written and so heartbreaking at times, but there was also a lot of hope in it. I genuinely almost cried several times. I was already not feeling well that day, so it was probably just like super beaten on those emotional walls, but I really, really loved this. I ended up giving it 5 stars, and it's one that I very much highly recommend, especially if you like middle grade books, and if you are interested in the topic, or you're interested in reading more about Betty X, or Malcolm even, because I think this would give a really nice background and more information on her specifically. I'm very interested to read, I think there is a biography of Malcolm out. There's a fly in here. I just realized this. I think there's a young adult biography of Malcolm, maybe that was also written by his daughter and another author. I intend to look into it. I got this recommendation from Ashley over at Bookish Realm, and I know that she read the other one as well, so I'll probably dig back in her videos and try to find that. But that's honestly all I've read in the past week. If you can hear that fly, I am so sorry. I opened the window on the upstairs living room because it's hot in Tennessee. It's hot, and I hate it. I wasn't ready for it. I normally like the heat, but I was not ready for the heat today, and I was not prepared. Not prepared. So I opened a window, and now there's a fly in the house. That's all I read this week, sadly. I am like 80% of the way through Lord of the Rings. That's been what I've been reading when I can physically read. I've been working through this. I need to go back in and note some stuff. I say physically read, but I meant Kindle read. And when I just don't want to deal with that, I have been reading the R.M. Virtues book. Let me pull it up. It's the second book in the Gods of Hunger series. I'm really liking it, but I can never remember the title. I don't know what it is about this title. Keep something. My Kindle has it covered up. Keep me close. This is about Aphrodite and Hephaestus. I can't say his name. That's just where we're at. And Aphrodite is being targeted. She believes that she's being targeted because she is saving women who are being trafficked. And the trafficking rings in the city are finally like clapping back and trying to kill her. And an attempt goes off at her club, Lush, and Hephaestus, however you say his name, Hep, I'm gonna call him Hep. How's that? Hep he is one of the big security gurus in the city, so he is assigned directly to her, and they have a very antagonistic relationship. It's like a hate to love, I think, is the setup, and the forced proximity, which are two of my favorites. So I am enjoying that immensely. So those are the two things that I'm mainly reading right now. I don't have much else going on. I do plan on getting through some manga in the next day or two. Tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to try and take it as easy as I can. I have the collector's edition of the first volume of Marmalade Boy, which, to be very, very honest with you, I'm kind of intimidated. This was one that I loved this series in high school. It was my first romance manga, and I adored it. I loved the artwork. It's very cutesy, and like, it's one of these stepbrother romances. Her parents and his parents switch partners, so they end up living together, but they end up falling in love, and I don't want it to disappoint me. The nostalgia is so golden, I don't want to tarnish it. I also have the fourth volume of Boys Run the Riot. I'm really interested to see where this goes. The third one left off in not so much of a cliffhanger. So we'll see what happens. I do want to know what's going to go on with Wing, the social media influencer. So I'm looking forward to it. I love that title page. So that's on the list, and the two library books I'll probably get to soon are the second Amelia Fang book. This is going to be a one-sitting type of read. These are, they look kind of big, but they're full of illustrations. These are the Laura Ellen Anderson wrote these, and she also wrote the Rainbow Grey books, so I know these are one-sitting reads. The first one was as well. So this is the Unicorns of Glitteropolis. I love me some unicorns and some pumpkin-themed nonsense, or Halloween-themed nonsense. And then finally, We Deserve Monuments by Yaz Hammonds. Another book that I heard about from Ashley at Bookish Realm, and I'm looking forward to it. It is the story of a girl who is dealing with grief. She's going to lose her grandmother, so her and her mother, I think, go down to visit her, and it's about that visit and that reconciliation and kind of what that means for the family. Don't know a lot of details, but Ashley spoke really highly of it, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. Books that handle grief well are books that I tend to really enjoy. I get very emotional with them because grief is a big part of my life. But books that don't handle it well, I have a very strong reaction to. So we'll see. Hopefully it's one that I can get on with. I think it will be, but we'll see. So that is it for this week in review. Like I said, a short one. I return to the sit-down format, and I will, I guess, talk to you guys again next week. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be back. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.